What is good? Jen, thank you. Both Jens. What's up? What's up? I love how you guys call me Rockstar now. I love that. How are you? Busy day? Oh my God. Today is the busiest and most stressful day. If you guys only knew what was going on. Just so much shit, man. So much shit. But it's all good. Buzzing forward, take it one step at a time. Do what you gotta do. Like what? Honestly, just like stuff, bro. Like I guess I don't really think it's personal stuff, but I guess it is kind of personal. Just so not nothing I guess I'll say on the internet, but um just a lot of shit, bro. Just a lot of shit, but it's all good. It's all good. Stephanie with the five gifted. Thank you so much, Stephanie, for being such a great supporter. Stephanie, dubs in the chat. Five gifted. And I thought it was boring. Oh yeah, it was boring for sure. When I deal with way more than you'll ever deal with in your goddamn life, it makes me want to fucking die. But it is what it is, man. It is what it is. You gotta do what you gotta do. It's definitely the road to success, so it is what it is. Mary, thank you so much for the five gifted subs. Mary, thank you so much. I literally don't know how you do it. Thank you. There's a real comment. Annie, thank you so much. Darling Nikki, thank you. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Hope you're having a good evening. Thank you. Hope you're doing well as well. Dubs for the gifters. You got this. I believe in you. 100%, bro. It's life. It is what it is. Kind of dark in there. Is that a problem? It looks fine to me. Denise, Kelly, thank you so much. Jill, Tracy, thank you, thank you. You still smile though, always, always. How can't you smile? You gotta eat. You gotta eat. Kathy with the five gifted subs. Thank you so much, Kathy, for the five gifted subs. Dubs in the chat. Great to see you. That's good. I'm glad. Did you have dinner? Yeah, what did I have for dinner? Oh yeah, we had shepherd's pie. We had shepherd's pie. Irene with the five gifted subs. Thank you so much, Irene, for the five gifted. Kathy and Irene, thank you guys so much. Your singing is improving. Well, it better because I'm giving it my all, so it better. So proud of you. Thank you so much, ladies. Thank you. Doris with the 25 gifted subs. Doris, thank you so much. Thank you, Doris, for the 25 gifted subs. Thank you, thank you. Dubs in the chat for Doris with the 25 gifted subs. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Did you see that you posted 45 minutes of singing? No, I didn't know that I posted 45 minutes of singing, but I know I posted a lot. I like to make content. I like to give it my all with everything I do. And I like to follow my heart. So I do it because I love to do it. Um, it is nice to sing in front of you guys as well to give you credit because a lot of people are always trying to take my credit, but it is nice to sing in front of you guys because I do feel very comfortable with you guys because we've been doing this for about 5 years now. So that helps a lot. Mary with the 1,000, thank you so much. Tracy with the 500. Thank you so much for the nice messages, guys. I appreciate that. Tracy for saying I'm proud of you. You're rocking it. Thank you so much. I love seeing you sing. Thank you. I appreciate it. I think there's a lot of fakeness, to be honest with you. I think a lot of it's for people's kind of personal stuff and just kind of how it works. But I do appreciate you being a viewer. I appreciate you coming in and giving me your 2 cents. And it means I guess something. So I do appreciate it, but you can't ignore the jealousy. The jealousy is always there, so you're definitely not fooling anyone, right? Cal, thank you so much. All you guys, thank you, thank you. Hope it's building our confidence. It is building my confidence. I think you have no choice in life but to be confident, right? Gets to a point where you got to do what you have to do. Um, so I got if we're talking about the singing, I got singing coming. I want to give singing a shot. I got to practice my singing, you know? Um, Yeah, it's same thing with lives. You get better with lives just the more you do it. So, it's definitely gonna build over time the more I practice, and we'll kind of see where I go from there. Not saying 100% I'll be a professional singer, but I'm gonna give it my all to see what happens, and it's kind of like it's definitely a once in a lifetime opportunity. It doesn't really come around this often, so kind of see what happens. What is your favorite song to sing? I don't have a favorite song to sing. Like, I guess it changes each time, but I would say singing Home is probably, as you guys can probably tell, one of my favorites at the moment. This Town's a good one as well. There's a lot of good ones, but it kind of switches up, you know? Over My Head is a good one too. Singing and acting, yeah, both go hand in hand. I don't really know which one's gonna catch flame, if any will. Um, yeah, I don't really know, you know? I'm in the midst of kind of figuring everything out, in my own personal life and, just everything. So I don't really know what avenue I'm gonna be picking 100%, but I think, it's a good opportunity to sing and acting, and there's people that believe in me, so that's good. What do you mean you did great on that one? Which one? Sorry, be more specific, please. You have the talent and you're pulling in the work. You will be successful. Just stay on course. Yeah, it's more about what I want to do, right? You're never going to be successful in something that you aren't like having fun with, you know? And yes, it can be fun. But I just started doing it, so I gotta make sure that it's continuously going to be fun for me. So I'm not too sure how everything's gonna play out. But again, I'm gonna give it a shot because I'm going to California and I have loved singing growing up, etc. I think everyone likes singing, everyone likes music, so it's a very tough industry. But I think we will see what goes on. Thanks, Jill, so much for the big hugs. Kelly, thank you so much for the 1,000. Love you just for you, Will. Thank you so much. Laura with the 5 gifted subs. Huge gifter. Thank you so much, Laura, for being so amazing there. Darling Nikki, thank you so much. Thank you, all you guys. Thank you. Dubs in the chat. Maybe you could do The Boyfriend by Justin Bieber. Maybe I could do any song I want. If I'm in the mood where I'm taking song requests or you can catch my attention, throw it in front of my face and I'll give it a shot. I think a lot of people have song requests, so we will see what I'm gonna do. Job, what do you mean? What do you mean job? Sorry, I don't understand what you're saying. Is music a harder industry to be successful in modeling? I think it's all the same. I would say at the top of my head, yes. Um, I would say I would love to hear you sing Holy one day. We'll see. Um, but yeah, I think it all goes hand in hand. Modeling, singing, athletics, just your job in general, just life in general. It's a mix of everything. It's a mix of luck, hard work, all this stuff. But then you can kind of argue maybe maybe it's what's meant to be. Maybe everyone kind of has their path that's meant to be. Um, but I'm not really sure. I'm kind of stuck in between that. I don't really know kind of what's gonna happen. So just kind of in the midst of all of that, you know? It is nice to believe what's meant to be is what's meant to be. It's just super hard to understand, I guess. Just with everything going on, and then you think, but how is it fair if this happens, or this person doesn't get this, and this person gets this, or this, or this, or this happened, and blah, 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 blah. So much that goes into it that sometimes it is difficult to believe in everything's meant to be. But we'll see. I think the bottom line is you just do what you love every day. And if that changes, I wouldn't even say every day, I would say every moment. You should be making choices for yourself. What's your kind of best decision? Just say you decide to leave something, you can always go back to something if you truly want to do it. I think they put age limits on a lot of things, like you can't make the NHL till you're 18. I mean, once you're 18. So it kind of scares people. They're like, oh, if I get older. But I think nowadays, I don't know, there's so much opportunity. Um, I don't know. I don't know. It could be everything happens for a reason, you know? And if that's the case, that everything happens for a reason, then that's a good thing to fall back on. But it's hard to know, it's that balance of I gotta grind, or should I let it be, or this, and that kind of mixed thought process can kind of play a toll sometimes because it's just always wondering, how what should you be doing? What's the better thing for you? What's gonna feel better for you? What's gonna give you more opportunities in the future? So there's just so many questions that come to play. And it is nice to say God's plan for sure, which at the end of the day, you're always going to believe it's God's plan. Even if you're dying on your deathbed, you're going to be like, it's God's plan. You're always going to resort back to God. But it's just, it's tough. It's tough to understand, you know? Um, what do you mean by Justin Bieber? I do like that, but I only like that one part of the song. I'm not really the biggest fan of the whole song, but I do like that one part. I like when he slows his voice down, but it's a good song. But for singing wise, it's nice when the music goes lower and you can kind of just tap into it and kind of sing from your heart. Hitting those high notes when the beats are going fast in the background, it can just feel like a lot. Jen with the 5 gifted subs. Thank you so, so much, Jen. Thank you. What makes singing fun for you? Well, I think like what makes singing fun for you makes you feel good. Music makes you feel good, bottom line. It makes everyone feel good. It's actually made to make you feel good. It's made to manipulate your brain activity, and it's made to boost certain areas, to shoot up dopamine, all that stuff. So it's kind of just the same thing for you guys. I'm just thinking, I'm very passionate about things I do. Pettit, thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs. Just trying to finish my sentence, but thank you so, so much, Pettit, for the 5 gifted. Um, so I think like that passion could play in how I perform. Maybe it'll make me a little different than others. But then there also is people that are passionate all over the world, who are even more passionate maybe about singing, that are taking it more serious for long periods of time. So again, I'm not too sure how everything's going to play out. All I know is that I have an opportunity in front of me, that it's my opportunity right now. I think it's cool. I think singing's cool. It does make me feel, um, it makes me feel, I don't know, makes me feel alive when I'm singing. I feel, so it's a good thing. It's a good thing. But again, I haven't been in the studio to really know if I'm going to sing. Once I'm in the studio and working with professionals, and actually giving it my all, I think that's when I'll really see, okay, this is actually something that I love to do and want to do for the rest of my life or whatever. Or I'm gonna be like, all right, whatever, right? Either way, um, it's an opportunity that I'm gonna give my all with, and that's all you can do at the end of the day, right? Is give your all with whatever you're doing. Obviously, it's difficult sometimes, some of the times, but again, it's just kind of taking it moment by moment. Um, but yeah, Rita, thank you so much for the five gifted subs. Rita with the five gifted subs. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Do you listen to music differently now that you're singing more notes, all landing different? I think like when I was first sending the videos of me, thank you so much, Rita. When I was first sending the videos of me, I would look back at the videos and kind of tweak things, and then you can kind of see at the end of the videos my posture was a little better. You could tell that I would raise my voice a little more though in some of the videos. So I think combining raising my voice and also being able to keep my posture up and then having that enthusiasm and kind of keeping that. I think like so I think it just gets better and better as you go. Watching it over obviously helps a lot as well. Like listening to yourself, which can be hard for me. Sometimes I cringe and I'm like, "Oh, I missed that note." I don't really I like to just kind of focus on like moving ahead of it, but it's good to sit back and really analyze what you're doing and how you're doing it. It's just there's so much going on in my life with everything, social media, my personal life, the singing, all this stuff. So I got a lot going on, which it can feel hard to focus on a specific thing fully when I got a life, right? Like we all do, right? But yeah, it is what it is. I realize it's nothing really to complain about. It's more just taking opportunities and running with it and doing the best you can with whatever is at your plate. You know, all you can control is yourself. You can't really control what happens on the outside, but you can kind of navigate what's your best decision in this moment to do something that's good for you, that's going to make you feel better, you know? So all that stuff. Jules, thank you so much for the 10 gifted subs. Jules, thank you so much for the 10 gifted sub. Our third top gifter. Thank you so much, Jules, for the 10 gifted subs. Darla, Nikki, Jen, Kim's a beauty. Thank you guys so, so much. Thank you. You're so talented. Yeah, thank you. I've never been a professional at anything, but I've always made it to like semi-pro. So I wonder how it will play out. Do you think music and singing helps you get out of your head? I think like doing anything helps you get out of your head, right? I think no matter what people need to realize is you are living life. So when we talk about the news or we talk about this or we talk about that, in reality, yes, we don't have to focus on it, but especially um, I wouldn't even say being a man. I would say just especially for everybody, just depending on your situation. You're a human being, right? You're a person that's in this world as well. There's always going to be, you got to really tap into understanding that you are living life too, and you need to be focusing on what matters, you know? So if you're going and doing this and just kind of whatever, like you just got to tap into what really matters. And that can be hard sometimes, because you're trying to figure it out for yourself of should I be doing this or shouldn't I be doing this? And then sometimes when you're really focusing on what matters, it can seem really hard and you want to kind of check out of it. So it can be difficult with that, but kind of pushing through those barriers, and focusing on what matters and then following with what matters and taking those opportunities as I go. And having fun with the opportunities, you know? Cheryl is loving life with the 5 gifted subs. Thank you so, so much, Cheryl, with the 5 gifted subs. Thank you, thank you. No, I wouldn't downplay that I wasn't feeling it today or yesterday. I think I feel so amazing for all that I'm doing and just singing today, singing yesterday, singing after the live. I definitely felt super amazing, right? You can get on this high and then you can get low, you know? And singing's definitely a high. So I can kind of see why a lot of singers and stuff kind of feel isolated from the world. They just want to go home, ironically, and all of these feelings because it is a high. It's basically like the entertainment industry as well. It's a lot of that. A lot of that. Is that a bad thing? No, it's a great thing. But it's also about learning to balance it and focus on what matters more, and then enjoy the opportunities that are coming your way as well. And then realizing that some things aren't in your control. You can only do the best you can do. And then accepting loss because you're going to lose. You're not going to always win. You're going to lose more than you win, So, kind of getting used to losing is definitely a huge thing, but always trying to win, you know? Always doing your best, but being okay with letting go and moving forward and taking the L on some things. And sometimes that can be difficult for me, where I'll start to back up. I don't want to take the L. I don't want to give it my all. I don't want to do that because if I do, I'm going to be disappointed or whatever it is. But that's something I got to get over. Something I got to get over because or you'll just stay the same. You'll stay the same and you'll never feel good. You'll never feel like you're moving forward. Um, where do you feel like your heart is leading you? Honestly, like if we're doing specifics, I could say that my heart's leading me to going upstairs and talking to family right now. I just want to talk to them for a quick sec. Or my heart's leading to you guys. I want to explain some things here. My heart's leading to singing. I'm gonna pick up the microphone and sing a little bit. Diane, thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs. Or my heart's leading to Xbox, right? I want to play Xbox. So there's so many areas where you'll have interest in what you want to do, right? But it's more about no, it's about following that, but it's about not stopping. I think that's a huge thing I've been learning. Diane, thank you so much again for the 5 gifted subs. Diane, thank you so much. I think it's about not stopping. Too many times we like try to cut things back, even with the smoking. I was in an area where I'm like, oh, I think this is going to make me feel better, this and this and this, and I'll go totally cold turkey, right? Instead of just taking my time with it. You go, you have a smoke, but then you realize, okay, I don't want to have 3 smokes. I'm gonna go do this or take my mind off this. But if you're not moving, you're not really growing. You know what I mean? And so sometimes I think like, oh, if I cut this out of my life, 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 but then you're not, it's more about taking it, learning from it, growing from it, moving forward from it, you know, just living life, having that constant cycle. So, for my heart, the question that you're asking is like, is your heart leading you to singing? And honestly, yeah, I think, but it's like, what do you really want? I don't really know. Like, I've never sang before in front of, like, I've never lived that life. Do I have a massive interest in becoming a singer? Of course. That would be the sickest thing ever. I think most people in this chat would dream about being a singer. I'm not saying you dream about it anymore, but I think overall, people dream about being a singer or an actor. It's a very cool opportunity. It's not really about the job title, it's more about having success. And this is what I'm getting at. when you focus on life, it's not about these petty things like, oh, I want this or this will make me this. It's about success. At the end of the day, we all want to be successful. So what is success? Well, when you're hungry, do you want to eat food or do you want to stay hungry? You want to eat food. So why do you need money? Because you need to eat food. Now, when you're bored, wouldn't it be nice to have a bunch of friends and a bunch of people to hang out with and go to these sick parties or whatever it is? Of course, we'd all love to have amazing vibes, amazing restaurants, etc. So that's where you want connections. You want more connections. You want people with better connections. So it's kind of about climbing that ladder and getting to a point where you feel you're with the best people, the people that have more than other people that are doing better things. You got more financial success. Your health is better. Your relationships around you are feeling more comfortable with trust and fun and enjoyment. It's all about that. It's all about that. So for my opportunity right now, I have opportunities to be more and more successful. How did I get these opportunities? I started off on TikTok. I built something for myself. I got more opportunities with singing. I'm gonna give it my all. Network, network. Maybe singing doesn't go well. Maybe I find a business opportunity. Maybe that doesn't go well. Maybe I gotta go do this, you know? So just kind of working your ass off exactly and basically working your ass off, yeah. Working your ass off, but also smart. Also knowing what is truly making you feel better, what is making your life better, you know? Because too many of the times will be grinding, grinding, grinding. But we're kind of lying to ourselves instead of saying, no, this is going to make my life better, or this I need to do, not jumping the gun, not the things you don't want to do are the things you shouldn't be doing. Because when people say, oh, but you got to work out even if you don't want to. No, the reason why you're working out is because you have a goal to be more fit. So you do want to. It's not a job for Anne Marie last year to run 5K every day because she was motivated by me. She's seen a goal. She's seen good things happening in her life. She was looking better. And so she decided, I want to run 5K. Every day, does she feel like running? No, but it's still beating the fact if she didn't want to run, the fact that she wants to run is beating all of it. So it's about following what you want instead of thinking about discipline and all these things. It's about following what you want and getting what you want. You know, some people don't know what they want, like me, but you do know what you want because I just picked up that water to take a sip because I wanted water. So now go from there. Go from there. Follow your heart. Follow what your gut's telling you, your heart, and keep getting what you want, you know? All I know is if you don't make it into the acting community, then people are insane. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. We'll see, right? I hope you're right, but we'll see. You can do anything you want once you put your mind to it and effort. Yeah, you can, and it's not guaranteed that that's going to be what you really want. It might change. It might not, but it's about doing what you want, you know? When you were, when you, that's, it's human nature. It's human nature. What is stopping people is society. When you're listening to societal norms all the time, you're always like you're always going to, if you believe in societal norms, you don't want to believe in that shit. You want to believe in your natural instincts and you want to follow your natural instincts safely, safely, because there is a law, there is moral, there is this, there is that. So you want to be safe, but you want to follow your natural instincts. You don't want to settle. You don't want to put labels on yourself. Hey, I'm Nancy from supermarket, or I'm this or this. You want to remember what your soul is telling you and how you're moving all the time. All the time. That's the only thing that's real. Um, so yeah, most of us are not brave enough. I think like we're all brave enough. I think you guys grew up you guys grew up on with no social media. So this is very new to you guys. It's not something that you should even think of being a professional at. I'm not saying you can't be a professional, but I don't see even people that are your age that claim to be professionals. I would 100% pick the professional my brother's age over the professional at your age. Would I still hire both? Yes, but who's going to get more technical work done and who's going to know more about new trends and stuff like that? It's going to be someone that's 18 years old that has grew up with it and just sponged all of that information into themselves, right? Um, so yeah, I wouldn't say you guys are shy. I would say you guys are most people are going to a job and have a boss and have families and have to go to their kids' school and talk to the teachers. You guys do so much stuff like that. So I wouldn't say you guys are, it's just different generations. Do you know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, yeah. It's definitely second nature, bro. I grew up with a phone in my hand, and I grew up in grade six. I was watching TikToks, but it was called Vine. And I bet you guys don't even know what Vine is. Maybe you do. Maybe you do. But I don't think much people know what Vine is. I could be wrong, though. No, I do. Some people do, some people don't. Okay, yeah. So I guess more people do than I thought. I guess that's a stupid thing to relate it to though, because I think, damn Daniel, I think Facebook and Vine, Facebook was before Vine, and you guys were on Facebook. So it's, but the bottom line of what I'm saying is when all this came out, you guys were already more, I'm not saying set, because you're never set, but you were more set in your ways when people my age in grade six are obsessed with everything new. People are talking about at school. We have friends. Our whole life revolves around how we're growing up in those younger ages because that's when we learn, oh, this makes the girl like you. Oh, this is the cool thing that people do. Oh, this like you're learning what people's best interests are um to get to where whatever, so that's the whole thing. Like you think of Logan Paul and Jake Paul, that's all they did was try to find people's best interests, what's funny, what's not funny, and goes towards that, you know? Yeah. I think at the end of the day, the best thing to do is to just be smart with yourself, what is best for you, but don't put yourself in categories of like, I need to be this social media creator, I need to do this. Just do what your best bet is. Like life's a constant game of um poker and chess, bro. You make moves, you check, you fold. You make moves, you check, you fold. You make moves, you check, you fold. And just keep going up the ladder. You know what I'm saying? Do what brings you joy. Exactly. Do what brings you joy. What's going to be what's going to be better for you, playing on an Xbox 360, playing on an Xbox One. Oh, if I get this job though, I can buy the Xbox One. That job pays more. I just have to do a little bit of work, do this. Does sitting and picking flowers make me feel a little better? It does make me feel a little better, but honestly, if I work this job for a couple months, it's going to make me grind. And when I have that Xbox, it's going to make me better. I'm going to go for that. So you're always kind of, you want to also you want to be smart at what you're doing. And I'm not trying to preach because you're always going to be like that, but I'm just giving you perspective of how like I think about it as well. Depends on what you value, exactly. It all depends on what you value at the end of the day. Very, very true. Because it will go to, oh, I value this relationship, so you'll try to make moves around it, but then you'll realize, it's too valuable. I don't want to ruin that relationship. So I want to stay and do this for that person. Oh, you know what? This is more valuable than that. I have more value on that. I need to start moving towards what I'm valuing more here because it's giving me a better life. More things are gonna happen here. It's just doing. But again, the scary part of life, but you have to just suck it up, is nothing is written in stone, you know? Everything is constant. Everything's constant. Everything's changing. If you ever think something's written in stone, you're setting yourself up for failure. You don't want to do that, you know? And that's a tough one. That's a tough one to realize. That one's a tough one to swallow. I'll tell you that. Very tough one to swallow. Very tough one to swallow. But again, you just kind of do what you got to do. You do what you got to do because at the end of the day, you don't know. Maybe that one thing that you're worried about is gonna work out perfectly in your hands and you're gonna be like, holy shit, that was unreal. Maybe it won't, you know? You don't really know. But you have to give it a shot of what you value. If you really believe that Uber is going to be this massive phenomenon 15 years ago and you decide to put money in it, you're going to be a multi-billionaire. That was the best decision of your life. But then if you said, oh, you know what? I want to save. I don't know. I'm not going to, then you missed out on it. So you always got to kind of stay on top of things. The more on top of things, the better you'll be because everyone that's working around you is working above you. And when you have people working above you, you got to break that barrier. You got to break that barrier. Everyone that's working above you is controlling you. How do you not have people work above you? You work harder and you have more knowledge. Knowledge is key. Knowledge is number one. If you have knowledge about something, you'll always know when to make the right move, right? So it's about learning and trusting your instinct about it and understanding it because everyone will manipulate you for their best interest because they're going to say, oh, fuck it. It's my best interest. So I'm going to push them aside there. But it's not your best interest. Oh, it doesn't matter. It's my best interest. I'm just living life, right? I'm not saying not everyone, but I'm saying you cannot trust people. You can only trust yourself and then trust people. But people can't read your mind. Only you can read your mind. And you can't even read your mind. You're still learning about yourself. So you need to trust yourself, what your best interest. And then you go about, I can trust this in this aspect, though. Only in that aspect. You only trust people in aspects, not everything. Someone's a professional football player. I trust him that he's a good football player. We can help me with football. But now I'm diving into hockey. I can't trust him that he's gonna help me with hockey. I gotta find a coach as well. I gotta start doing this. I gotta start putting my trust into him as well because I need to learn about hockey now, right? So it's all aspects. Oh, but that helps as well, though. You know. So it's always like that. Diane, thank you. Cal, all you guys. Annie, thank you so much. I've learned that working, it is always a risk. Listen, the reason all you have to do if it's a risk, stay awake, stay on your toes, stay above, stay above, make the right moves, stay alert. Is that hard? Of course. But what's harder? Staying alert and standing up or falling down and getting trampled on by a big crowd of people? Getting trampled on. Do you believe trust is earned or given? This is a huge one. Huge, huge, huge one. I think if I sign a deal with you, Fantilli, I need to trust you right away. That was my best bet. We signed a deal, we read the contract. But now moving forward, I need to earn your trust more and more, and you need to earn my trust more and more if this business relationship is going to work in any way, or if it's going to get better in any way. And if it's not, then we have to go to court and break this deal if we're not getting along. I think that's just how it is. So trust is given, but it's also consistently earned as you grow all the time. You clean up my mess, I clean up your mess. That's more trust right there. Not always. It's not what you do, it's how you stay. It's not what you do, it's how you stay. It's not what you do. You can do a million things for someone and they still won't trust you. But you can show someone that you won't screw them over and stay put, and then that person trusts you because that person knows that they can do whatever they want. They have room to move. Some people do more for you to take room. Well, I'm going to do more for him, so I'm going to take room from here, take room from here, take room from here. And then, it's what is in the moment happening. It's what happens. It's earned. Is trust perfect? No. It's never going to be perfect, bro. You got to work on it all the time, no matter what. So don't even think about it being perfect. Do you have a hard time trusting people? I do struggle time. We all do, bro. If you don't have a hard time trusting people, you're doing something wrong. You always gotta fucking doubt. You always have to have questions. You always gotta ask questions. Bottom line. Is a fear a warning on a door opening? Wait, is fear a warning or a door opening? No, fear is a door opening. It's not a warning. Too many times you'll listen to your brain and say, oh, it's a warning. Fear is like, all right, tackle the fear, understand the fear. There's 1,000 things that can happen. That lion could bite my head off. I can go get a bow right there and shoot that lion. I can run that direction, or maybe that lion won't move if I stand still. So there's always a million options. You already open the door. You don't even have to think about anything else. The door is opened. But now it's what you do with that fear and how you approach it respectfully for yourself to be in a good position, right? Because that's all you're trying to do is position yourself better. If you're on the bottom breathing in gas and you're dying, but then you look up at the mountain and it's this clean air with beautiful couch and everything, you're going to try to position yourself to get up there because it's better. You right? So everything's about that. Everything's about that. There's a good and bad fear. Yeah, and it's all worked on, guys. We all change. We all change. Do you think some avoid change because it's scary or because it's uncomfortable? I think we blame people, right? So people say, "Oh, I couldn't change him. He was just how he is." Well, why are you crying about it? First of all, you could have changed him if you were hotter, you had more money, and you were a nicer fucking person. You definitely could have changed him. Trust me. People change every fucking day. That's like saying to the football player, he's too fat. I can't change him. No, you can put him as a linebacker, teach him how to fucking run, and the whole kid's life's going to be changed just like that. You can fucking change. Bottom fucking line. People make excuses too much. They go on Twitter, they tweet, they type this, they're sad, they're looking for attention. Bottom line, I've been there. It doesn't get you anywhere. Are you trying to rewrite the same sad story over and 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 getting no results and feeling worse and worse and worse and worse and more delusional and more delusional? Or would you rather just suck it up, take what's real, and get what you need to get? Right? Bottom line. Hotter and richer that I don't want them. I don't like that attitude, bro. I don't really like that attitude. If you don't like rich people, you're weird, bro. Straight up. Because rich people are fucking beauties. Bottom fucking line. Not all of them, but if you work for your money and you make good money, you're a fucking smart person. Bottom fucking line. And if you're hot, you're a fucking beauty. Straight up. So don't listen to people that are just jealous of every fucking bone in your body and cut down rich people and cut down fucking hot people because they have a fucking issue that I can't fucking fix. Bottom fucking line. They will do anything to bring you down. They'll twist narratives. They'll call you this name in the book. They'll call you this name in the book, only to bring you down to their level. Bottom fucking line. I will not ever, ever, ever listen to that shit. Cynicism was even the poorest freaking person that is strong minded would never lie to you like that. Ever. Even the poorest person that is in jail for 20 years would look at you and say, fuck, man, you know how nice that'd be? Bottom fucking line. Rich people are just like other people. Not really. A lot of rich people are way more intelligent than other people. They've studied harder and they've lived life more. They've been through things. They've grinded to something. A lot of rich people are the reason why they have things is because they've done things. Bottom fucking line. And people that are jealous of that, that's not my problem. But 100%, they've done things in their life, and their big house shows for it. Bottom fucking line. When you want to make a change, action speaks louder than words, don't you think? I don't know where you're going with that. Are you cutting me down? Are you asking a question? Of course, yes, actions definitely speak louder than words, but it does start from words. It starts from articulating it. You need to articulate what you're going to do and then understand it and then move forward with it. So, yeah, it starts with your words and then it ends with your actions. People take your word for it and then they watch you, right? Instability, stagnation. What does that mean? Stagnation. Instability, stagnation. I know that word kinda, but I don't want to sound dumb right now. So if you can please define that. Thanks. Nothing against rich people, just I don't know. I don't care. You know, I'm not sitting there worrying about what rich people are doing. Like it's just not in my like I'm not cutting people down. I don't care. You're rich, you're poor, good for you. It doesn't matter. I'm just saying what I'm saying. And if you're cutting down people in general, why are you cutting down people? Move forward and do something. Google it. I just got the definition. Thank you very much. Like not growing. Thank you, Dr. K. Um, crazy people. Um, what's it called? Like not growing. What was your thing? What was your question again? Say the question again and then put that at the end of it, please. Stagnant means staying in one place. Okay. Stability is the goal. What was the question though? What was the question? Sorry, Dr. K. What was the question? And I'll answer that for you. Thanks for that question. I really appreciate it. I do appreciate all the questions, guys, because it helps me understand things as well by just communicating it. Helps me grow. Hopefully, it helps you too. Listen, we don't have to agree on everything for sure, but we can definitely have conversations about it with no hate at all. We're all in the same shitty boat. It's called life, and we're all trying to get better and make the best out of it. So, is stability stagnation? Thank you. Stagnation means staying in one place. Is stability stagnation? No. Stability means you can touch your head and you can touch your toe. You know where your hands are. Bottom fucking line. Now go where you need to go. As long as you have control over your motherfucking body, you need to figure out you're gonna go in places that it's too hot. I gotta remove myself. You're gonna go in places too cold. I gotta remove myself. You're gonna go in places you don't like anymore. I don't like this. But you gotta just be with yourself, understand what you want. You can't be lazy. You got to be optimistic. You got to be positive. You got to be brave a little bit. You know, I wouldn't push brave too. Yeah, no, brave is a good word. Brave is a good word. Be brave. A lot of people mix brave with foolishness, though. You know, you don't want to be foolish, but you want to be brave. It's a difficult one sometimes because when you're brave, you do end up making mistakes. But you know, we all make mistakes, and you just got to kind of adapt from there. But I would say just like, well, there is stability. Well, there is stability, and then our risks. Stability is good, but staying stagnant means you are not changing. Yeah, I think stagnant is like comfortable at first until you feel like you're a magnet. You're just stuck to the wall. And then you're like, holy fuck, I cannot get off this wall. It doesn't feel good. You feel heavy. You feel like your breath is less. It's better to don't be stagnant, have stability, meaning don't fall over, and get from point A to point B, get from point C to point D, go down the ladder, go up the ladder, right? Yeah, because it's a good description because English is so self-explanatory, bro. Like so self-explanatory. Like stagnant rhymes with this equals like it's the exact same thing. It's so obvious, guys. It's actually really cool. I've been learning that recently. Do you think you have to be fearless to gain success? No, there's fearless people that go murder and sell drugs for a living and end up in jail for the rest of their life. No, definitely. I think fear is a great fucking thing. So don't get that mixed up. Having fear is great. It's what you do with that fear. Yes, it sucks being fearful. I understand. But why does it suck? It shouldn't really suck because it's a part of life. When a gazelle sees a lion, it runs its ass off, but then it still goes and cuddles. So just use that fear to drive you and do better things or teach you, oh, I don't want to feel like this anymore. I'm going to take a break and do this. Or to say, oh, I'm going to reach out to this person and just reach out. Or, oh, I'm not going to reach out to that person right away. I'm going to write some things down first. Oh, I'm going to erase that thing actually. See how much work more you're putting into it just from sending a message. But then if you just send a message, then they reply to this, and then it's all downhill from here. So it's how hard are you going to work with your fear? Are you going to jump in the lions then, or are you going to find a way out? You know? And sadly, that's life. Sadly, that's life. Because the reason why I say sad is because I feel like we're so used to like this condition of like everything's okay, everything's going to be okay, just chill, just whatever, blah, blah, blah. But it's just not like that. It's just not like that. You have to work for what you want. You have to get what you want. You got to make the right moves. You got to be brave in situations. There's just a lot that goes into it. And it just is, you know? I don't know. You can do whatever you want, right? At the end of the day, it's for what makes you feel good. I'm telling you what makes me feel good, not for everyone. Tomorrow, I don't want to go to my doctor's appointment. The weather's not the best. I don't feel like waking up that early. I'm moving it. I also think I'm just overthinking and stressing. I could so just making the right moves for yourself and then just being okay with making the right moves, then moving forward. If you have to go back to it, you go back to it, whatever it is, you know? But yeah, the stagnant I would stay away from being stagnant, you know? Just have stability, be a stable person and be adventurous and try to gain more and trust your intuition, trust what you're learning. I think the best advice I can give you is like it's scary, but trust yourself. Why is it scary? Because you're going against another person's brain. So when you trust yourself, they're getting an initial reaction that isn't the exact same reality as theirs. So they need to work with you. and they need to see if you accept them and you accept them. And it's constant back and forth. So it can be very hard, but you need to trust yourself. And that's it. When I learned about the id, there's the id, the ego, and the superego. Focus mostly on the id safely is my best. Focus on that feeling in the middle of your brain. It feels like a P in the middle of your brain, and focus on that and let that drive you. It's going to make you eat better. It's going to make you think better. It's going to make you feel more real. The more you focus on the outside of the ego and the superego, it kind of gets you start to feel suffocated on what your id is telling you. You know, your id's telling you this, so follow that. And it can be scary to dive in that deep end, but it's definitely mandatory. Like your conscience, that yeah, your id is like the smallest part of your brain. It's like in the middle, exact middle of your brain. You can kind of feel it behind your nose. It's the thing that keeps us alive. It tells us when something is fearful, I need to run away. It's the most real thing about you. It's what is like literally, it tells you when something's scary, when something's good. But then there's the outer layer, just a little bit on the outer layer. Yeah, basically like your third eye. When they say third eye, exactly like that. And then when they say the outer layer, it gets to the ego. You start to try to process things, understand things. Oh, so my id, I eat this, I like this, whatever. And then the superego is just another outside layer, basically, from the id, kind of bouncing off of the ego and saying, holy fuck, Will, you're good looking now because you're eating healthy. You're going to be a supermodel. That's my superego. So I have the superego with the singing and all this other stuff, and I have the ego of just being a good looking guy, talented guy. And then my id is telling me, go make that money so you can eat fucking food. Go make that money so you can have a fucking family. Sorry for my language, but you get what I'm saying, right? It's very interesting. Do you believe God? I do, but like it's on my journey to Him, but I just don't know. And I don't want to think too much about God because I feel like He's already natural in me. I just focus on making the best decisions, being a better person. And yes, I want to tap more into God 100%. It's just for focus on one thing at a time, you know. And yeah, but yes, I do. I love, yeah, I don't think we're here for no reason. I think, yeah, we've been created and there's something higher than us for sure. Just like we're higher than rats and we're higher than mice, there's always something bigger. Do you have an inner monologue in your brain? Do you have inner monologues? What does that mean, sir? I'm so memorized by how well everyone says kind of, oh, thank you so much. Thank you. I guess the hard work's kind of paying off a little bit, right? Do you think life teaches lessons once or keeps repeating them? Um, I think like the more you focus on the ego, because now we can use the ego so much. The more you focus on the ego, the more you're going to try to justify why your ego is right because it feels addicting. You feel a lot of energy from it. So you're going to say, oh, I got to make sure that's right. So I'm going to keep doing this. And because that is who I am. But your id, you're telling you get the fuck away from it, stop, move on from it. So I would honestly just say we make the same mistakes when we're so focused on this societal ego thing of this is who I am, this is who I need to be. This is who I am, this is how I have to act. This is, you start to think like that, so you start trying to like justify it. You start to defend it and you keep making the same mistakes instead of just listening to your id, which would be like God, like you, the center, the temple. You'd be focused on what you really need to do, And you don't have to do that disrespectfully, but you just start following it. You start understanding it, and then I think you start strengthening it. But I think strength doesn't mean being stagnant. I think strength means being stable for sure, but also moving forward and moving forward, right? Because I used to think it's about being stagnant if I sit there and just fucking make it strong, but it's about gaining information, it's about feeding it, it's about understanding it, it's about all of it. I think it's about all of it. It's about the breathing, it's about having a better connection with God, like you're yeah, and then it's about I don't know, everything, it depends what you want. But yeah, it's for you, right? Bettering yourself, feeling better. There's always a way to feel better, and it's just about feeling better, you know? Feeling, um, you know, better. Yeah, getting to a better place. I don't know. Enjoying. It's hard to say better because you're always gonna have times that are hard, but it's just about like enjoying life's process of the good, the bad, the ugly, the not, all of it, every single part of it. You know, that's all. It's amazing how they all work together, lead you to the right decisions. Yeah, I think like when we were more animalistic, like back in the day, it was like all about the id. Oh, I don't like this, like boom, kill this or eat this or you gotta do, right? Then we started growing as a society, realizing, oh, I don't want to do this. I don't want to kill this guy because this guy can help me build this house. I don't want to, oh, we're gonna actually accept a different race because different races are human beings just like us and we're all equal and we can all do the same thing. So now we're all together. And then it's like, oh, you know what? Let's have that like more people like this. Let's have like so you start to realize that oh, it's not about that. Oh, we thought men were just stronger than women, so women can be CEOs, etc. But now we're realizing no, there's so much smart women in the world that are even better and stronger than men. So you start to we're just growing as a society and realizing that it's no problem, Vintilly that we're starting to like expand our brain and understand. But I think you should just not forget. I think your id is the middle of your brain. I think you should focus on that mostly and then make the right decisions moving forward. But if you want to feel more peace, I think like listening to your id, the center of your brain, the middle, and that's your intuition. That's what you really want to dive towards and then like worrying about yeah what you want what's going to make better and that's with like expanding and having that ego and then maybe super ego where you're this big therapist or you're this big psychologist or you're this big singer or whatever it is and then kind of connecting all of that together makes you a bigger feel better all that stuff. So you do have inner monologues conversation in your head or are you more focused on images? um I would say images. I would say images. I think I don't really notice the conversations in my head. I think a lot of the time my head's ticking at a million miles per hour, so I don't really know. I kind of like it just kind of goes, but then I'll get stuck, stagnant, and then on one because I feel overwhelmed or something. But I'm kind of getting over the feeling overwhelmed, just kind of moving. But it's more like images. It's more like what I see, what I feel, and then kind of work towards like if that couch is comfy I want to go lay on that couch because that's going to make me feel good or if that car is fast I want to go get that car because it's fucking looks really good and it's more about looks and stuff like that but yeah your inner monologue talking to yourself and stuff you should be doing that all the time kind of under but I don't know I would say focus more than talking to yourself. Where do I learn about this ed? If you go to, um, sure you go to, oh, thank you. I learned about it in my course actually, but I'm sure if you just search up ID, which is id, and then search up ego and super ego on the internet, it will give you such good demonstrations of what it is. Do you believe that all your travels and opportunities will advance social media? For sure. I'm thinking like everything I've been through is going to make me the biggest social media person in the world. I think blah, 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 blah. That's my super ego. I have a massive super ego. So I'm starting to tap back into my id because there's a lot of real work that I need to do to make up for how I feel and kind of the stars I reached in my own head. But again, this is where all the kind of pressure comes in my everyday because it's a lot. It's heavy stuff, but the more I'm being stagnant and letting it be heavy, the less I'm doing. The more I'm doing and moving forward and connecting the dots and filling the pieces, the better things are going to happen. Do I have a 100% guarantee? Obviously not. Do I believe it? Yeah, I think I'll always have my belief, but until they change, I don't know, you know? I believed I was going to make the NHL. I didn't make the NHL, you know? I definitely think you haven't reached your potential yet. Yeah, no, I don't think anyone's reached their full potential yet. You know, I think my Aunt Gina hasn't reached her full potential yet. I think my grandpa hasn't reached his. I think people that are much older than me have not reached their full potential. I don't think you ever reach your full potential. I think you're always going to learn just because society's learning as well. And you're always going to grow and you're always living life. So I wouldn't even think of that. What are some of the reasons why people from different generations have such different views on life, and do you feel like the life is changing? I think like if you're not on social media all the time, you understand that because you grew up with no social media, you understand that that's what you used to do. You used to go to the park, etc. All this stuff. You'd breathe fresh air, which is nice. But then also you were getting married to this guy in high school when you could have just traveled the world. And I'm not saying that was a bad thing, but for a lot of people, it was you could only marry someone that was in your town or was nearby. Now we're able to literally travel the whole entire world. We're allowed to meet people all over the world. The phone is making people a living. The thing I'm on right now is making me tons of money to be able to connect with people all over the world, help other people, pay for my food, everything that I do. I don't have to go and break my back as a landscaper. There's so many things like pros and cons. So I think it's just like you guys are used to one thing, but then we're seeing the benefits in one thing. But then you also, as a mother or whatever, or just a viewer, whatever, you notice that there's negatives in there too, just like we notice there's negatives. So I think that's why it's different because we're just constantly growing up differently. You know, we're growing up differently. And I don't think you should. I think you should always adapt to what the younger generation is doing. I'm not saying every single thing the younger generation is doing is good, but I'm saying adapt to the younger generation because they are the future. They are the future. Like it or not, they're going to be wiping our asses when we're grandmas and grandpas. They're going to be feeding us. Like they are the fucking future. Do you know what I'm saying? So, and they know so much. They're grinding, they're learning from us. We're teaching them every single thing. We're feeding them everything. So, I think it's so good to like adapt to it. And like the better you can adapt to it, the better you will be, you know? I'm not saying agree with everything, but I'm saying try to like understand it for your own benefit, even if you don't have kids, even if you don't have kids. Um, because if you want to feel lost, don't adapt. If you don't want to feel lost, start adapting and learning, you know? And it's not a fun feeling being lost. It's not a fun feeling. It's a scary feeling that nobody wants, you know? Um, so yeah, you do what you got to do. That's why we have to change the way we teach the current model was made for kids going into factory jobs. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And I think even I was watching this podcast and they're talking about ChatGPT, how ChatGPT is not the best. They don't let it in schools. They don't let people use it because if kids are cheating on their tests, et cetera, et cetera. But then they said, well, they should start teaching kids how to use ChatGPT because it's in this world and it's an actual resource. And when he said that, I said, "Oh, that's going to happen. Like that's where we're headed." But obviously, it's too hectic to do that right now. Um, so yeah, we're going to be changing like that. You know, how to use computers better, how to talk to it. Like an educator, yeah, like a calculator, sorry, but also like for an example, they shouldn't take your calculator off your desk. When I was in school, they shouldn't take your calculator from doing math. You should be able to use the resources that you need to. But I don't know. This is a touchy subject because there is, well, you can use your brain more though when you're adding instead of always using calculator. That's true. That is true. Don't get me wrong. So I don't know. I don't know. Honestly, that's tough. That's tough. Because yes, you'll have your phone always to do math, right? You'll always be able to use a calculator, so why not use a calculator whenever you want? But what if you were in prison and you had no resource? How are you going to do math? I'm not saying you need to do math, but don't you think math is everything that we're looking at right now? Don't you think understanding math helps you with everything? Everything. Math is life. The reason why it's a subject. Trust me, schools are not as stupid as we think they are. There's a reason for everything we're learning from very intelligent people. So that's just how it works, right? So honestly, that's where it's up to grabs. I don't know. Should they take the calculator off the desk or should they let kids use the calculator? What do you guys think? Do you guys think they should take the calculator from the kid's desk or do you think they should let the kid use the calculator? Hmm. I think you should use it because when you use it, you're going to understand eventually what happened. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like if I just take this and I take a sip of the water, right? And I don't even know what's in it. I'm gonna either know that there's piss in that bottle or I'm gonna know that there's water in that bottle. So no matter what, you're gonna end up understanding what you were doing because you were doing it. So I agree. I'd say use it. I'd say use it. I get people are saying both, but that one's difficult because yeah, you're right. I'm always one-sided about things. You're right. I would agree. Yeah, it depends what you're doing and all of that. So I'd agree with that. I'd agree with that. As a math teacher, I think for basics, no calculator. You need to learn functions. Yeah, for basics, no calculator. That's true, but don't you think you're kind of wasting time by not using your calculator for basics? Like, what are you really teaching the kid to not use the calculator? Like, really? Okay, yeah, he has to sit there a little longer and add 2 plus 2 instead of just going to his calculator and looking at the number and saying 2 plus 2. I don't know. You know? Um, that's a tough one, man. That's a tough one. Yeah, I don't know. I'm still on just let the kid use the calculator. I would say that. I would say let's speed up society. Let's not go back to the Stone Ages. And let's become engineers and learn how to use things. To be honest, because I don't think we're going back in any, like, even if we tried to go back, I think it's literally impossible with like how life's always evolving and growing. I think it's like impossible to like go back. We might as well just shoot forward. Dude, I don't want to use my calculator for 4 times 7. I do. 100%, bro. I don't want to sit there and go 7 plus 7 equals 14 plus another 7 is 21 and then oh yeah, 28. No, dude, if I have a calculator, I'm just gonna go 7 times 4. You know? Fuck, of course, dude. I want to get that math test done, right? No, like real though. What if the calculator was broke and you didn't have one? I don't think you need math like that though. Like, I don't think you're going to be sitting there in a real life situation and be like, fuck, what the fuck? I don't have a calculator. Like, I need to figure this out. I don't think you'll ever bump into a situation like that. You know? Like, where it's like life threatening. You know? Like, it's like, oh, I need to. Yeah, cashiers, but you can use a calculator and stuff with cashiers. I can't, that is the most, what are you guys, Gen X? What are you guys, Gen X? or Gen Z? Gen X. Why? Either way, you guys were that was the most Gen X comment I have ever heard in my life. Cashiers. Bro, we're not even gonna have cashiers in 4 years, guys. And you guys are talking about cashiers, dude. Like, well, trust me, if my son gets that job that he handed his resume in at Freshco, he won't be able to, like, no, dude. That's not what we're worried about. That was hilarious though. I'm not gonna lie. That is funny. This is so interesting. I like that you said that, Liz. Were you a cashier once? I actually never cashiered, bro. Oh no, I did. I was working at a gas station and I was a cashier at a gas station. And holy fuck, let me tell you, that was the worst time of my life, bro. Except when nobody was in here. But when I was pressured to do the cashier, and dude, people would be so pissed at me. The guy would be fucking smoking his dart or like thinking about having his darts. And he's like, just give me my fucking pack. Like, he's just fucking pissed, bro. And I'm trying to read the manual, like, what button to push and shit. And he's just like, I gotta get to, he's like slamming his fucking shit, dude. It was just crazy. That was the most stressful stuff ever. I'm not gonna lie. Like super stressful. Like, dude, cashiers need to be taken over by robots ASAP. We need like high security fucking grocery stores with like robots. Fucking, you go in, you pay for it, the money sends right to your bank, cash, everything. You're out, you're fucking gone. You hop in your electric car, you sit back, it closes the door for you. You press the location, you take a nap, and it drives you perfectly there because we're all in fucking one motion. It needs to be like that, bro. No, not even in one motion though, because there's sensory detectors, all that stuff. Just boom, get you to the place. That's where we're heading. That's where we're heading. And I'm not even joking. It doesn't make sense not to do that. It like doesn't make sense not to do that. Like actually. I know that sounds crazy to you guys. Not all you guys, but I know that sounds crazy because you guys are like, what the actual fuck, right? Because so am I. But I can see it more than you because I grew up with it. So I'm like, so I, but it's actually like happening. Like, actually, like in 20 years, it's going to be a thing. We're going to all be flying robots, driving robots. We're going to be, everything's going to be technical, everything. Like, it's actually scary, very scary. But I would be more excited than scared, but be scared too. No, we will. Okay, the flying, maybe that's a little, but everything will be like driven, like transportation will be so much faster. We'll have like air drones that can like fly you instead of like pilots and stuff. Everything will be like we're gonna have to start diving in to the we're gonna have to start diving into the technology part of it. And then eventually, guys, we're not even going to be alive anymore. It's just going to be robots. I know this sounds crazy, but if you really think about it, that actually could happen. Like, actually scare me. Not our lifetime, but in like in like 500, 1,000 years, I don't even think we will be, I don't even think, I think humans will actually be distinct in like 500 years, bro. 1,000 years. That's actually scary, dude. Are people all going to be microphone and chipped? I don't know. That's a hard subject, guys. Like, I think like the biggest mechanism in life is to gain the most control, sadly. Like I think what everyone in life is looking for is more control over their life, you know? I want to be able to breathe, I want to be able to eat, etc. So I do think with like the smartest people in the world, like Elon Musk and stuff, without really saying it, I do believe that there is a control mechanism. When you look at Facebook, the reason why he got so big is because he got everyone's information. You have to put your information in. You know where everyone is. You know what everyone likes. You know what everyone's searching. The control that you have over society gives you a power that is unimaginable. So we are all naturally hungry for that, but it's how you use it. But I wouldn't put your trust in any single person, even the nicest person in the world. I wouldn't even put your full trust into them because when it comes down to it and it's your life or that person's life, they're going to choose their life. Bottom line, right? Ain't that scary? With all technology and not knowing how to survive without it, what happens if the grid goes down? I don't know, dude. I don't know. I don't know. You know? What would you trust driving in a self Tesla? Not right now, but if everyone was doing it and it was the norm, then I would trust it. But anything that's not really the norm and I'm not seeing like actual evidence, I I don't think um yeah, if you can repeat that question actually, not you, D, I think whoever if you're saying good question of the grid thing, I don't know. You gotta ask that again. I'm not really sure. But the Tesla one, yeah, I don't know. Right now, honestly, no. Right now, I wouldn't trust it. Nah, honestly. I don't know. You know what? I probably would, yeah. Eventually, I would. I would just be like, if I went to an Uber and it was self-driven, I'm not calling another Uber. So I guess I'm putting my trust in it. With all this technology not knowing how to survive without it, what happens if the grid goes down? No, but we know how to survive without it. We know what we there's always going to be options. It's like you ask me, Will, what are you going to do if I took away all your money, all your resources, everything? What am I going to do? I don't know, but I'm going to find a way. So I can't answer what that question would be until I'm literally put into that situation. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Because if I'm put into that situation, I'm gonna figure it out and do whatever I can. Obviously, that's human nature. If you put a rat in a cage, my rat's trying to get out of my cage. The rat's trying to get out of the cage, and it'll do all it can to get out of the cage. It's the exact same thing as humans. You figure it out as you go. Yeah, you figure it out when you're put in the situation. Yeah, the next generation we don't have to worry about, they will know. Imagine you could bring someone back from years to, oh man, I worked that day. That would be insane. That would be insane. You bring someone back and their eyes would just light up. It's like when you first opened your phone or you gave your dad a phone and he's like, "What is this?" And his eyes. And then for some reason, he's on the phone for 2 hours looking at it because he's like in awe, you know? Do we have technology more than people now? Do we trust technology more than people? Yeah. Yeah. Technology's your best friend, you know? You got everything. You got your stuff. It's your phone, you know? So yes, basically, yeah. Until they realize that there's someone that's running the technology that you shouldn't trust. Do you think someday, but no one cares right now because we're in the rat, we're on the bottom. Do you think somebody will time travel? No, 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 no. Definitely not. Maybe one day. Like I think maybe computers can figure, I don't know. But honestly, that's the most crazy fucking thinking shit. Like I don't know. Maybe there's something that we can kind of warp time by gaining energy or having the right energy and kind of going back to a certain field. Maybe that would be fucking super fucking cool. But so yeah, I think we can do anything, honestly. Frick. Probably, bro. Probably. Do I think we'll be alive for it? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. But you never know, right? They say there are different realities. Yeah, maybe that's what I mean. Yeah, I don't know. Um, okay, wait, Laura, what do you mean the grid goes down? That's what I need to ask. What is the grid? It's a very cool discussion. This is actually. Do you think there's intelligent life on other planets? Oh my God, bro. I like to not think about it, to be honest with you, but there has to be something. No power at all. Um, yeah, if there's no power at all, guys, I'll just be real with you guys. I don't think we're surviving. We're getting goddamn energy from the frickin' sun. So if that motherfucker ain't working, we ain't working, guys. So listen, you guys don't need to be thinking about when the fucking grid goes down because this is never, ever, ever happening. And if it does, get your fucking knife and get ready because I don't know, a zombie apocalypse might come. Yes. Oh my God. Yeah, maybe. Maybe that. Maybe. You never know though. That could happen. Zombies could be very hungry people. Zombies could be very hungry people. That could happen. It goes all dark. We have to zombie apocalypse. We're surviving, and there's just fucking and then fucking yo, this crazy person's coming at me. Pop, you know. Um, I don't know. Crazy, crazy. That's what. Bro, there's Kim. Fucking there's Karen, dude. Holy shit, but she sent me so many gifts. I love her. Fuck, boom! Shoots her. Fuck. Dude, that one was a hard one, bro. Bro, smoke a joint. Fucking move on. We're in a zombie apocalypse. Alright, alright. Dude, that shit. Dude, stop. Stop. Holy shit. Oh my goodness. I gotta watch Stranger Things still. I gotta. Too much GTA. Bro, that's real. We were talking about a zombie apocalypse, and you guys are telling me to give my best bet on a zombie apocalypse, what I would do, and then you guys tell me I'm playing too much GTA. Do you see how this is getting twisted? Can we focus on what the id is telling us, please and thank you, and what we're talking about? Holy moly. Do you like zombie movies? Um, you guys are making me like zombie movies. I'm not gonna lie. After having this conversation, I want to go watch a zombie movie. Who would be your partner in a zombie apocalypse? Ooh, someone I could fuck. Because, dude, if I'm just chilling there with a boner, I'm pissed. You know what I'm saying? So, probably like my girlfriend or some shit, right? And then I would have a bunch of weapons and shit, and then maybe a skilled sniper if I could. If we're just talking about one person, depends how many people we're talking about, but probably a friend and with a skilled sniper, something like Jacques in the trees, it would be difficult, you know? But yeah, it would be nice to have someone like that we could have fun, you know? I don't know. I don't know. That's just me, bro. I think that's definitely what I love to do. It's fun. It's beautiful. I think it's mandatory. I think we all need sex, Sex is great. It's a great thing. lets out a great amount of endorphins. And I don't know. I don't really know. I don't want to get into that. You'll need a sniper for sure. Yeah, sniper, machine guns, knives, machetes, barricaded doors, everything, everything. I don't know. If we have, I don't know, it'd be crazy, bro. It'd be so crazy. I don't even know if I'd want to live. Actually, yeah, what are you saying? You would live for killing at that point. And you'd be like, let's fucking go. Let out all my anger that I've been holding in for fucking 50 years. You'd kind of have fun with that for a little bit. And then you just be fucking like no tomorrow. I don't know. It wouldn't be the worst thing ever, but it wouldn't be a long lived life. It wouldn't be a long lived life, though. Do you think preppers are smart for prepping it? What's preppers? Ever see the meme where they put a bunch of treadmills around their house and a zombie? Oh, dude, that's hilarious, bro. A bunch of treadmills. I think eventually, bro, the zombie, aka Kim, um, is going to learn that she's hitting her face off the treadmill. I think eventually she would say, you know what? I'm gonna try putting one hand here and one hand here and go. And I think she'd find a way. Um, I don't know. No, Kim, sorry for calling you out. I saw your name earlier and then it stuck with me and now I'm just pumping. I try to pick a new person every time. I was actually gonna say Sally, but then I ended up picking Kim. So I just pick a new person every time, just random if I see your name. So you're definitely far from a zombie, just so you know. I don't look at you as a zombie. Danny, on the other hand, no, I'm just joking. Um, yeah, no. Diane, thank you. All you guys, thank you. I would go to the beach. All right, we're going to now. You guys are like going for a pedicure. We're talking about a zombie apocalypse, and now you guys are talking about fucking let's go for pedicures. We're going to the beach. I want to keep my feet up a little bit, shake some titties and shit. It's like, guys, we're in war right now. We lost all electricity. Like, we're not going. Like, where are we going with this topic? I think we can move on from the zombie apocalypse shit, though. I think we're ready to move on from that. I'll be stashing away food and water. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yo, honestly, bro, if I think I would, yeah, I would, but then you'd realize that eventually it goes dead. So I think I would just say, all right, I'm going to kill animals. And then if there's no animals, I gotta kill humans, start eating humans. Because you gotta do. You have to survive how you have to survive. I know it sounds fucked, right? But it's true. So I think I would just take a sword, I would sharpen a stick, and I'd go out and I'd be willing to die. If a bear comes and eats me, thank God. Take me out of my misery. But I would go head on, start killing and eating. Bottom line, you know? You gotta do to survive. You gotta do to survive. And I think that's just what you gotta do, man. You gotta do to survive. That's just it. That's the id. That's the id. Yeah. Or eat fruit. I'm saying worst comes, you're sick, you don't know what to do, you're in the zombie apocalypse, bro. What else are you gonna fucking do, guys? Fuck. You know what you assholes would be doing? Oh, I would never eat someone because God told me not to. And then I would say the wrong word. You fucking stab me and start eating me and say God told me to because you're a demon. That's what you motherfuckers would do, alright? So don't be playing fucking if, ands, and yets with me, alright? Just because this guy's intelligent and fucking says it how it is, alright? So, how did we get here to zombie discussions? I don't know. Dude, I don't fucking know. I don't know. I think the beginning of the live, I was sassy. The second couple minutes to 5 minutes, we started talking a little bit about my career. Then we moved on the next 10 minutes, 15 minutes to kind of how to better your life. And now then we talked the next 10 minutes after that, what's going to happen in the future. And now we're at what if the world is totally done? So we went from absolute nothing to absolute everything. We literally just stepped up the ladder the whole time, but now we're lost in space and we don't know where to go from here because we are talking about something so far fetched and we're just lost. Yeah. So I don't really know where to go from here, guys, honestly. Um, but I do appreciate these conversations because I think this is really fun. I don't know about you guys, but this shit's really fun to me, you know? Um, what would you eat if you were stranded without food? If I was stranded without food, I'd eat animals, bro. Animals and um and fruit and vegetables, right? That's it. Like plants and leaves and stuff. But if I started getting sick and I couldn't eat the veggies or something, like I don't know, if I was getting really sick and I don't know, you can't understand until you're in that position. When you are sitting there hungry as fuck and you see a big chunky bear, I'm telling you, you're gonna run headfirst at that bear to maul that motherfucker, just like lions do. I know this sounds so far-fetched, but if you were put in that situation, it's crazy what you would do. Yeah. Do you have conversations like this with your friends? No, myself, bro. I'm sitting there tripping out all fucking day. I know that's funny as hell, but it's not funny, okay? But I guess it is. But yes, dude, this is just my conversations with myself, tripping balls with my mouth shut all day, all night, dreams, wake up, never stop, don't stop thinking, tripping out all the time. Never won't. Have you ever watched Naked and Afraid? No. That sounds good though. Not because it's the naked part, but it sounds like a survivable. I swear, guys, I would watch porn if I had to. It's not about the naked part. Anyway, oh, it's a show. Nice. Yo, did you guys see that there's a new Survivor? Did you guys see that? Are you exhausted from your brain never stopping? Oh my God, sometimes I want to never mind. No, I'm just joking. But no, yeah, fuck. Are you kidding me, dude? Of course, bro. My brain is fucked consistently on overdrive. Yeah, the new season. I forget who's running it though. It's not with Mr. Beast, it's with someone else, guys. Who is the guy that's running it? Please tell me you guys remember. Johnny Knoxville. Johnny Knoxville. The guy from Jackass. When they did the stunts and stuff. All the stunts. Jackass, Johnny Knoxville. He's the host of freaking Survivor. That's so sick. That's so sick. So I'm excited to watch. Oh no, Fear Factor. Fear Factor. Yes, sorry. Fuck. Even better. Fear Factor. Guys, sorry. Misinformation. Fear Factor. Yes. Isn't that crazy? That Fear Factor is back? Used to be Joe Rogan and now it's Johnny Knoxville doing Fear Factor. Bro, I'm so excited to watch that. I can't believe they actually like people will go in a snake pit. Like, dude, it's crazy Fear Factor. You know? Yeah. Yeah, Fear Factor freaks me out, but it's always so intriguing. Like you be watching Fear Factor and Young and the Restless, and you're on Young and the Restless, but then you're like, fuck it, I'm just gonna switch back to Fear Factor quick. And then you'll watch it for like 10 seconds, you're like, oh, I can't stand it. And then you head back to Young and the Restless. You know what I'm saying? Um, it's just so addicting. Like you just want to watch it for a little bit. You're like, fuck it. What's going on over there? You know, kind of just like, shaking your drink, kind of trying to understand, like, holy fuck. Bro, that's funny. Would I do it? Never. I'm being dead serious, guys. I would never in a million years do Fear Factor. Ever. Would you guys do it? I already know there's not one person in this chat that would do it. No. Nobody would here. I don't know one person that would do it. There's probably one person that would do it that I know, and that's it. One person. And I want to know if you guys can guess who this person is that would do it. Let's see if you guys know what person I think would do it. You guys are saying everyone but the person that would actually do it. Homie, there you go. There's the id. There's the id. You guys were thinking, oh, I gotta believe my ego, my super ego. But then I fucking said the one person and shot right to the person. Homie, 100%. My brother, never. Gavin, never. Jocks, maybe. Maybe Jocks too, actually. Nah. Jocks wouldn't do it. Homie, though, if you told homie, bro, listen, you won't do it. You won't do it, bro. Trust. I know you. You're not that type of man. Bro, homie would get up and say, bro, I will do it right now. How much am I getting? I'll dive in that bin. No, he would though. He actually would. He would eventually do it. He's like that. He loves that stuff, like survival and he loves that stuff, bro. Would you do it for a million? In the situation I'm in right now with my condo not being able to afford it, blah blah, blah all this fucking bullshit, and insurance, the blah, fucking everything, bro. Yeah, I would maybe do it for the $1 million, honestly. But honestly, I don't know. It depends. It depends, bro. It depends, bro. Depends on your situation, how hungry you are, what you need to do, you know? But I think to really I don't know, bro. That's a really good question, guys. If Fear Factor came up to me right now and said, I will give you $1 million if you do Fear Factor, sign it right now. All right. Again, depends on my situation. Oh man, fuck, that's such a hard question, bro. That is a hard question. Yeah, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Signed. I'm doing it for a mil. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah. I signed my soul, guys. Just like that. You guys just watched me sign my soul on camera. No, I would, bro. Because you got to think about it. How much fears are you internally going to get over going through an experience like that? You're going to get over a lot of fears. Your mindset's going to be way stronger. And you're going to walk out with $1 million. I think you just suck it up. It's a TV show. It's not like you're going to some foreign country that is in war and you have nobody with you. You're with Johnny Knoxville, chilling with him. You're on TV. Okay, one sec. It depends what the contract says. If they say in the contract, if you die, it's not our fault, I am not signing that contract, right? Because then it's like, yo, if you're getting taken care of, it's different, you know? Like it just depends on the contract. Oh my God. Joe Rogan said Fear Factor ended when they wanted contestants to suck a donkey's big dick and drink the cum out of it. What the fuck? Is that true? Can we fact check that, please? I don't know if that's true, but that is crazy. I can't believe it said that. What the fuck? There's no way Joe Rogan did that. And that's why they ended it? Yeah, that's too far. Listen, I ain't fucking touching donkey dick, at all, That's just disgusting in so many ways, dude. Honestly. Okay, guys, listen, maybe with the boys on a fucking Saturday, we're betting fucking money. I don't know what's gonna happen in a situation like that. But listen, bottom line, on national TV, I'm not doing that. I'm not putting myself out there on national TV. It's just not happening. You know, I don't know. We're all different. Oh my goodness gracious. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just joking. You and Jock should do Amazing Race. I've seen TikToks together. Oh, that'd be sick, bro. I'd be tripping them. We'd be running trip. Oh, what's going on, Jocks? I'm fucking 5 minutes ahead of you now, bud. Trip, you know? Jesus. I'd be fucking with them the whole time. If you're in Fear Factor, what fear would you need to get over? Everything, like cockroaches, snakes, going under the thing, um, a lot of things. I don't think I want to tell you guys my fears. See, you guys are tricky ones, bro. You guys are very tricky, Very, very tricky. Wow. I like it. I like your style. I like your moves. I like your style, buddy. I like your moves. You guys are slick. You guys know how to get to the point of things, understand things, kind of what's going on in the moment. I feel like I'm being dissected by a fucking 300 scientists right now, and it feels amazing. I thank you all for helping me out. It was just a question. No, it's never just a question. All right? Don't ever think it's just a question. I paid $1 million to watch you on Fear Factor. Bet, hear that, Fear Factor? I'll give you 500K. Annie said she's working for the rest of her life to pay off 500K each, me and you. She said it herself. We get a loan from the government. She has to work for the rest of her life. She said it. Mark her words. Say notch. Put it on writing. Contract everything. Make sure Annie knows that she can never get out of this. Done. Thank you, Annie. Dude, we've been here for 5 years. True. I kind of don't understand that sometimes. No retirement for Annie. What do you understand about it? Well, I feel like we just started today, but we've been together for 5 years, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I just started going live today, 6 days ago, But we've been together, we've been on live for fucking 5 years. Blink of an eye. It's been a blink of an eye, man. Literally. What reality show would you do? Um, hmm, that's a good question. I don't know. I think Jerry Springer, I would love to be throwing a chair across the room at my wife and being like, fuck you. You know? I think just the intensity of that is just fucking insane, you know? And then second, yeah, Love Island, of course. That'd be sick, you know? Having fun on Love Island. That show was nuts, dude. Oh my God. You're not the father. I'm like, yeah. Jaw comes up. I'm like, boom. Justin comes up. I'm like, boom. He's like, let's fucking go. And we're just on fucking, like, we're going nuts. The world is finally back. Dude, oh my God. Yes, Jerry Springer, 150%. 100%. Have you seen the Canadian version of Love Island? No, I have not. You have all the ladies Love Island. Yeah, no. I would be in there and no, knowing me, bro, I'd come in, they'd start chirping. They'd say, oh, Will's this, Will's that. They'd send me off. Then they'd be like, fuck, I wish I had Will. 1,000%. Usually how it goes, guys. Usually how it goes. Um, Cougar Island. Sorry, Larry. Big dick energy right off the start. Yeah, man, you walk in. I don't know, bros. My dick is so big, guys, that I want to keep it shy a bit, you know? I like to kind of keep it hidden because I don't want to poke an eye out and stuff. So I don't really want to be walking in on Love Island and stuff and poking people's eyes out and shit. Like, honestly, though, like, I'm being dead serious. I want to, kind of push it back a little bit, give me some space, I don't want to hurt anyone, and I think that's a good approach, I think, until your girlfriend drops your pants and it's all shriveled up. So you got to find that balance. You got to know when to turn it on. You need to know when to turn it off. And once you can get kind of to that situation, you can kind of balance the best of both worlds in every situation. But sometimes you get caught up in the grind a little too much, and it can get a little difficult. So it is what it is. That's why we got you ladies. We got all these beautiful ladies around the world to help you understand what is best for you to satisfy and get your lady. That is, you guys are obviously very intelligent about what is good and what a man wants and stuff like that. So it's super amazing to have women in this world, It helps us tremendously, right? Beautiful. Beautifully said, Will. That's gonna be good for PR. Fucking right, bud. Could you live by yourself for a month with no phone, no internet for $1 million? I see advertising. Oh, are you kidding me? Of course. Jeez. Actually, oh my God. That would be harder than I thought. God. Um, a month? Dude, I don't know. Damn. Think about how many push-ups and sit-ups you can do though. But I wonder if you're left in the dark for too long. With, like, no, and I wonder if you can go insane. But then it's like, what's the definition of insane though? Like maybe going insane, but staying sane is a good thing. Like, I don't know, maybe it's good to kind of catch those areas of your brain and learn. I don't know. Because, bro, what is the definition of crazy though? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's very tricky actually. You, what the fuck, Barbie net? Fuck. Don't go insane. You just go out. Zip it. I mean, JJ, zip it. Fuck. People have tried it and only go 2 weeks, but still get money. Nice. What is the definition of normal? Yeah, that's the thing. I think it was just like, okay, no, this is what I think. If me and you came up to each other, we're always debating what's normal and what's not. Once we feel good, we call that normal. So once we're able to go to bed without killing each other, normal. So I think like normal was just based on like connection with someone and how we're going to be respectful with each other and how that respect is staying in place and we both feel respected, whatever, this is normal. So that's why society matters because if there's 100 people that feel normal and are having fun, but you're the one person that doesn't agree with them or whatever, then you're kicked to the curb and not even thought about. You're actually known as crazy, and you're just this person that doesn't want to talk to anyone, doesn't communicate. They're doing their own thing, right? Bottom line, right? Is it right? I don't know. It's society. Society's kind of bullshit either way. We fucking whatever. Go learn yourself. But yeah, it is because we do live in society, right? And we do want to better our life in society, right? But sometimes it takes not being normal to get what you want. Sometimes it takes going like Albert Einstein. No one thought he was normal. He was the smartest guy in the world. Um, this golfer that used to sleep in his car every day, but he used to win green jackets. He was one of the best golfers in the world, and he's sleeping in his car. People thought he was crazy, chirped him, but he had a method to his madness. So, you know, sometimes you got to do what you got to do to get what you want to get. But yeah, there's always going to be a norm or the world would be crazy. And I think we're at the point in our life right now where the norm is leaving. Like we're being so divided and like it is crazy. It's getting more and more like that, which I think means like probably more war and stuff. But I think we can grab a grasp finally, and we can all kind of settle again for a norm. I do believe we could do that, but we need to learn everything that's going on. We need to keep up with technology. We need to keep up with all this shit, bro. Like, it's hard. I think Rita is right. Zip it. Rita's never right. One sec. Let me see. I think 90% of your fans are not normal. Yeah, see, Rita's never net right. Fuck. Jesus. My whole fan base. Rita, I'm joking, by the way. But my whole fan base is the most normal amount of people I've ever met in my life. If you're not normal, I don't know what is. You know? Now that you guys say it, I don't think you guys are normal at all. I don't know what I'm saying. No, you guys are far off the spectrum. Holy shit. Don't even put yourself in a normal category again. Read it. You're 100% right. Yeah, you guys are so far from normal. I can't even. I think to be honest with you guys, you shouldn't even go to the grocery store. You're that not normal. Like I don't want to be a dick or anything, but I think if you can stay inside, I advise you to stay inside, honestly. And there's nothing against you guys, but I'm just trying to help. But wow. No, I'm kidding. Why fit in when you were born to stand out? Wow, that's true. That's true. According to people that watch the doc, we are not normal. Yeah, no, that doc really fucked y'all up, dude. Honestly. And fucked me up. It just made us look like crazy fucking people, which honestly, for the past 5 years, we are pretty crazy. Like We were getting called borderline cult. Like, to be honest with you guys, I think we can just try to get back to the norm a little bit. I think we are a little crazy, not a bad thing. We're still here. We're still chatting. We're still good. We're proud of it, 100%. But yeah, I think like, whatever. But guess what? What have we done that no one else has done? A lot. Oh my God. Anyway, um, word of advice. Stay normal. I'm kidding. Danny, thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs. I'm just not gonna go there. No, no, just don't worry about it. Danny, thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs. Thank you so, so much for the 5 gifted subs. Thank you so, so much. Move on, move on, move on. Darling Nikki, thank you so much. Um, yeah, for sure, for sure. Um, but no, no, this was so much fun, guys. I'm not gonna lie. This was like the funnest chats ever, bro. Like, I don't know what it was today. I was kind of like over it. Like, I was just pissed about everything. So I'm like, I didn't even think I'd make it on live. And I came on here and I've just enjoyed every ounce of this live. So this was really fun for me. So I thank you guys so much. Seriously. Peta, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Missy, thank you so much, Missy. Thank you. But yeah, no, really fun, dude, eh? Yeah, no problem, guys. Frick, thank you. But yeah, really fun. Word of the nights. Crazy, bro. Stay crazy, guys. Stay crazy in the most respectful way you can. D, thank you. All you guys, thank you. Yeah, no, not normal, guys. Stay crazy in the most respectful way you can, bro. You know? Like just be your fucking awesome self. You got only one life to live and just move accordingly like that. And, you know, um, but honestly, guys, why would you trust the nerd norms? Let's be fucking real here. The norms? Oh yeah. So and so talking behind your back is norms? Yeah, he did. You guys are fucking brainwashed, bro. Absolutely brainwashed, begging me for support. Debbie, thank you so much for the 25 gifted subs. Debbie, thank you so, so freaking much. Let's go. Mary with the 5 gifted subs. Thank you so, so much. Guys, thank you so much. W's in the chat for Mary and Debbie with the 25 gifted. Thank you so much, Debbie. Reaching 105 gifts. Thank you so much, Debbie. I really wish I could wash your toes all day, bro, because you are splooging on my face and it is so amazing. So thank you so much, Debbie. Really hope you're enjoying all of this because I would fucking sit there and just massage you all day if you told me to. Holy shit. What see this is what money does, guys. I'm telling you. Fuck. Go make your bank. Um Jesus, Debbie. No, yeah, dude, she's fucking supported like absolute nuts. So has Kathy, so has Jules, so has Liz, so has Doris, so has Mary, Stephanie, Diane Gloves, all you guys, and to Laura. You guys have been absolutely amazing gifters. So please, guys, W for the gifters. All you guys, though, I'm just gonna say W, but those like main top like gifters that are sending a lot, like big dubs for those because they're really keeping the channel together in a great way. Just because, fuck, man, I'm an expensive guy. And all you other guys, Kathy, Jen, Mary, Pauline, all you guys that send just small gifts here and there, I appreciate all you guys too. So dubs for those too. And then the chat as well. Thank you guys so, so much for being so fun and keeping the gifters interested. So that's how I want to tell you guys how much you matter. And then keeping me interested, of course, it is just so much fun. So thank you, dubs all around for every single person in this chat being here, engaging exactly. It helps the community. So that is a community. Every time I say community, I think of like a cult because of the internet. Because they've all said like you're a cult and blah blah blah. So I started tripping to say the word community. I don't know why. But no, it's a fucking community. Jesus. Fuck. Drives me nuts. That's why you can't listen to that stuff, man. Yeah, no, it's hard not think that way. Being up in my position and stuff, it's freaking tough sometimes. Because I always gotta think like crazy, because my mind's in fucking space. The zombie apocalypse you guys were talking about in space, right? That's me every fucking second. It sucks. Your family. Yeah. Anyway, it is what it is. But I'm super happy to be on here. I can't even explain how happy I am to be on here. It feels good being on here too. Like I just feel really good. This was just an amazing talk, guys. Like honestly, bro. Amazing talk, man. And yo, shout out to Bill and Gina and my merch team for helping this become a thing, bro. Their support in general is absolutely phenomenal, bro. Like actually, if you really think about it, this whole office is here just for me. I got a singing machine, I got a couch, I got everything, signs, everything that I'm sitting here to this day is because of that. So massive W's for that. Definitely been waiting to give those dubs out, but it's been difficult because I've just been dealing with a lot. But slow and steady, slow and steady. But yeah, seriously, dubs like crazy, 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 absolutely unreal. Doing things that I won't even understand yet. So it's unreal. Seriously. Je ne sais quoi, thank you. Diane, thank you. Oh yeah. They're awesome. Awesome. That's awesome. Thanks, guys. Don't be upset tonight. We'll relax and be happy. Yeah, dude, I kind of made a decision that I'm never gonna be upset again. Like, if I'm ever upset, I'm gonna go watch a podcast. I'm gonna go learn. Like, I'm gonna do something with being upset. I'm not gonna sit there anymore and cry about it. Like, what are you doing? Why not just fucking be a man about it and do something, you know? Um, so yeah, that's where I'm headed moving forward. Whatever. Do something positive. Yeah. It's been difficult. It's been difficult, bro. It's a scary, scary world out there. So it's been very, very difficult for me. Very. Pauline Ruthingham, Diane, thank you. All you guys, thank you, thank you. Appreciate it, guys. Appreciate it. Hmm. Yeah, gotta keep pushing. Gotta keep pushing. Yeah, super hard at times, bro. Super hard at times. Definitely not easy. Um, sometimes I want to drive to Anne Marie's house and throw a rock through her front window, and write a note on the rock that says, Anne Marie, go fuck yourself, and then key her car and slash her tires. And I don't know what else, but yeah, anyway. Not that I would ever do that to Anne Marie, just thought, um I would use that as like an example, but you know what I mean, guys. You get overwhelmed about things and things just happen. So yeah, it's difficult sometimes. But I appreciate everyone that loves me around me, and you guys are more appreciated than you'll ever know. Um, I care so much in so many aspects, so thank you. But you are very strong and you can push through anything you got this. Thank you so much. Yeah. I know, man. I would love to put my head through this wall, you know? You ever get that feeling where you just want to fucking boom, you know? Um, yeah. Sometimes you just fucking, oh, you know? So I feel like that a lot of the day, most of the day. Um, but yeah, yo, this is what the whole conversation was about. It's pushing forward. It's pushing forward, doing the hard work, your id, what it's saying to you, and fucking pushing every fucking time. Nonstop, breaking the barriers so you can have more peace. Right? Yeah. You know? Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. It's weird being in my position right now. Like I was like a kid dreaming about shit, and now I'm like kind of almost turning into the dream guy I've always kind of wanted to be, and like the dream life I ever wanted. So it like trips me the fuck out. Like it actually makes me like eat bop boop bop, you know? Like fucked. Like, it's really crazy shit. But it's kind of sick to see like that I can, you know. I always believed in myself, but I always said don't even think about getting on your high horse. Just put your head down and do the work. So I never really gave myself like a pat on the back, you know, like ever. I was always just, I gotta get to the, you know, so it's been a lot, bro. It's been a lot. But I appreciate all of everyone, bro, you know? Yeah. But yeah, I am pretty proud of myself actually. You know, there's things I'm not proud of though. And God's definitely punishing me for a lot of things that I'm not proud of. And I say sorry to him every day. And I keep making the same mistakes. And everyone around me says, well, what are you doing? And I keep saying, well, social norms say this and this is okay, blah, 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 or I need to learn. But you know, I have my own grind with God, and God is it's difficult. I'm trying to figure it out, what's right, what's wrong. You know, sometimes my habits get the best of me or thinking, oh, I'll just move this aside or whatever. And I know nobody's perfect. So it's a journey, you know, it's a journey. You can't be perfect right away. You got to live your life too. So it's definitely it's not the easiest thing, but um I think the more I trust God and actually um trust God, it kind of just goes to that, the better my life will be. So, yeah. So let's just say thank you to God. Dubs in the chat for God. Thank you so much, God. Seriously, for giving us chances, you know? But yeah, he's not an easy one, bro. Especially at your guys' age and stuff when like you get into health and stuff and more like thinking about your health and stuff like that. It's hard for me to have faith in God sometimes when I'm so worried in my own head about other things. And I'm always telling God, almost like threatening him and saying, but God, if you take this out of my life, or if it doesn't go my way, I don't love you. Why are you doing this to me? I don't want to accept this. I don't want to, you know, so I'm going down a lot of hard conversations with God. And trying it's hard. It's hard, you know. It's really hard, you know. But I don't know. I feel growth. I feel like bottom line, God wants you to make mistakes. It's gonna happen, I think he doesn't want that for you, but I think he knows that you're human and you're going to make mistakes, and we all have our journey of going through what we need to go through and learning. And I think it's just, you know, hopefully just all in God's plan and you keep working. So I think the biggest thing to focus on is being with God, but doing the work as well and focusing on the grind, but also remembering God. Don't, you know, don't slip, don't fall, you know? Um, you know, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, write down your mistakes and maybe you won't do them again. Yeah, I play a big thing in my head because, like, if I have personal mistakes, I don't like to share with the internet because I don't even really think it's a mistake. Some of it is just like, I feel like it's a mistake, but it also can be up for debate. Like, is that really a mistake, or are you doing something that's actually kind of better for the bigger picture, or there's truth in there, or this. Like there's so many different point of views where I'm trying to figure out was this movie, was this not? It was a little bit, but it's not as much as I have to take it of like 100% move on from it. You can still take that 20%. So there's so much that goes into it that it makes me just, so it's difficult, sometimes because you're just like, I don't know, man, fuck. And you're trying to understand, you're trying to learn, what do I do better? Do I do this? Do I do that? It's just constant, right? So fuck. May God bless us all, take all our worries and give us strength and make it through every day. Forgive us for our sins, mistakes. Amen. Amen. Thank you, Anne Marie. Thank you. As a rock goes through her window, I called Ivan. Yo, Anne Marie, 185 Court Boulevard. Just said amen. Throw that motherfucker right now. He just fucking launches it, goes right through the goddamn window. Anne Marie's like, what the fuck? She's freaking the fuck out. Then we're fucking knocking on her door and running. No, I'm sorry. Why am I picking on Anne Marie so hard, dude? Poor Anne Marie, bro. I just pulled my groin picking on Anne Marie. All right, guys, I gotta actually go though. I gotta go to the washroom. I gotta go talk and stuff. So thank you guys so much. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I love you guys so much. Thank you for everything, all the support. I'm excited to have these talks again tomorrow. Maybe do some singing and stuff and just catch up. But anyway, whatever we do, it's always a great time. Love you guys so much. Have a good night. Bye.